Well, hello everybody. It is 2019 and the Mesa Thoughts has returned onto the podcasting world. That's right. We took a little break through December for holidays and all that shit, which I pretty much fucking hate. That's a good start, isn't it, for a podcast? Who cares, dude? But yeah, I fucking hate the holidays because it's a dumbass fucking time of the year where a bunch of hypocrites get together to either get drunk, get fucking stuffed, and all that shit. So for me, I just stay by myself at home. Not by choice, but who cares? And let's move on. We have Dice Dracul here and Miss Number. What's going on, fellas? Welcome to 2019ers.
Hi everyone, happy to be back and ready to celebrate this new year with everyone.
Yeah, we're back in 2019. I can't wait to get started with our topics. So excited.
Right, speaking of topics, it's only going to be one topic now, which we're going to be choosing. So we did a little bit of arrangements before we started this year. And one of the things that is going to happen is instead of having a bunch of topics bundled together that we never really organized beforehand, so it was just a whole mess. Hey, who's gonna be the next topic? Yada yada. It was kind of a mess to even organize and everything, so there was so much dead air because of that too. So we just decided we're gonna choose one topic between us three, and we're gonna carry on with that. So, with that said, the topic, obviously, for today is 2018. What happened in 2018? And perhaps let's talk about a little bit of predictions for 2019. Why not?
Sounds good to me. Oh boy. So who wants to start with this recap of the most recent year? I've got a couple of things on my list, but I want to hear what you guys have to say.
I'm more interested to hear what we would all recap, because I bet we all have different things that are important to us in 2018 that we would put as main events.
I definitely have way more bads than goods. I did a file called Goods and Bads because I'm simplistic. And I have 3 goods and, well, just 5 bads, but I can guarantee you there's a lot more of them. Should I start?
Yes, you get the ball rolling and I'll see if I can counteract your bads with some of my goods.
Oof. I feel like I don't want to be here for that. Just kidding. Anyways, all right, so goods for me, it's music. There was a lot of great music in 2018. A lot of great records coming out from some, good big bands in the scene. Some not as big bands as well. One of them that comes to mind is Sludge. There's literally a G between sla and G. So it's a British band, if I am not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, I'm a fucking idiot. But I do believe it's a British band, and they kind of play neither of you two would like it, but I fucking love it. It's awesome. It's just it's kind of progressive to a certain extent. Then there's very ridiculously harsh moments in the songs. And then there's clean vocals as well, and then they put some screams in there, some gutturals. I love it. It's freaking great. Sounds very technical, which I love about bands nowadays. It's when they play technical music. Most likely technical death metal. That's one of the greatest things for me. And in another band, I believe it's also British. Fuck, man. I actually, I posted both of these. It's actually 2 of the bands that caught my attention the most. I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of other bands, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of other bands that really, launched amazing music throughout 2018. But another band is Anal Nathrak. Yes, it's pronounced Anal. I think it's Anal Nathrak. But it's basically, it's kind of like sludge, but it's more black metalish rather than death metalish. But it's very good. It's also progressive. And there's just the way they make some of the transitions and some of the build-ups for their songs. It's just fucking crazy. So if you like any of extreme music stuffs, go listen to Sludge with a G in the middle and Anal Nathrak as well. They both put out amazing records in 2018, and go listen to everything else that has been put out for 2018. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it, because music is pretty much like that. It's not really necessarily like a guaranteed thing for everybody, because I love these two records. Maybe you don't. Maybe you fucking hate both of them. Anyways, some movies were good. Some movies were good, like Venom was good. What other movies were good? Oh, man. Yeah. Venom was good. Venom was good, and I don't remember any. Oh, right. I forgot the name of the movie, but it was Unsane. Exactly, Unsane, which is like a psychological horror type deal because of a stalker stalking a girl. I like that one as well. And the majority of it was pretty much fucking trash, but there was some good movies. Series as well. There were pretty much like a bunch of good series. Titans fucking surprised me for the positive. As a matter of fact, I was like, oh shit, a series by DC? This is gonna suck. This is gonna be a waste of money for whoever pays for that shit. No, it's actually good. It's probably the only good series that DC has ever made. So that's probably saying something. I think that it's very edgy for the first like 8 episodes, which is pretty much the whole series right now. But it's very edgy. It's really, really fucking edgy. And then you have Raven, which is a teenager who's confused, which it's very fucking edgy. But then you have like Raven, who's fucking not Raven, dude. Robin. Robin's cool. He does like the, knowledge, sort of like the grown up of the group. Like, yeah, dude. And then you have Starfire, hot as fuck, and she. I gotta put it like it is, and they know why they hired her. There's a reason behind that. It's not just because she's a good actress, which she is, but and BC Boy, which again is fucking green hair and shit, but I mean, I guess it's the thing. But I like it. Yeah, I like it. It's aggressive. There's a lot of fighting moments in that shit. It's also, the effects are not bad. I was hoping for a lot of bad shit, a lot of bad CGI and that shit, but not really. It was good. It was good for the most part. I like that they sort of tried to stay away from that a little bit. They try to go with a lot more, like live action stuff rather than CGI shit, because I don't know, but there's this DC series called what was it? Something Legends or some shit. I
DC
forgot
Legends?
the name.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so terrible. That series is so fucking horrible. Holy shit, I was watching the ship that they have in the beginning of the series, and that shit looks like it's made by a 4-year-old learning how to mess around with the computer on CGI. I was like, who the fuck designed this? You fucking idiots. Why waste money on this trash? Holy fuck, dude. Anyways, yeah, Titans is good. What other series came out in 2018 that were good? Let's recap a little bit on the series here.
I don't really watch, like, I think the only episode type things I keep up with is anime. I don't really watch.
Was the last season of Preacher 2018?
Oh, I haven't watched Preacher. A lot of the shows I watch are on Netflix, so I don't really watch TV.
Did Black Mirror come out this year, or was it like a 2017 thing?
I don't know. That's a good question. This year was so long that I realized it feels like multiple years in one. Like, I don't know, a lot of things happened this year, so it's kind of hard to figure out where something started and something else ended.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my god, like the show.
I think the third season of Preacher is 2018.
Okay.
Or I'm talking about being released, not being created or finished.
Yeah.
Because that was probably done in 2016 or 17 or some shit. But I think it was I don't know, dude. I watched it this year, that's for sure. And I know that in 2017, I spent pretty much the whole time I was in England, I was always stuck on Amazon Prime looking for new episodes of The Preacher. So yeah, definitely the third season of The Preacher was 2018. So that's a fucking amazing one right there. And I think the second season of Badlands was 2018 as well, which was also another pretty good surprise because, again, was one of those series that I was just scrolling through Amazon Prime. I was like, maybe. And I watched it. I was like, whoa, dude, this is sick, brother. But yeah. So moving on. Anyways, bads for the bads. All right, so since we're talking about series and some movies, horror movies are going down the fucking drain. And I'm just gonna start with like the two that pop out of my head right now. Hereditary or Hereditary, however you pronounce that shit, and fucking Halloween. I was excited for Halloween. I saw a lot of people going like, wow, Halloween is gonna be great. What a great movie. Wow. It wasn't. It was not. It was so fucking horrible. When you have a movie that the best scene of that movie is literally what's her name? June, something like J something. But when the actress like looks at what's his name? Michael Myers, and she grins at him, gotcha, bitch. And it's like, that's the best part of the fucking movie.
Oh,
everything
Lord.
else is just... How do you manage to make killings boring in a horror movie is my question. How do you manage that shit? Like, that's some next level sucking ass. Like, these guys should get an award for being horrible at making horror movies.
You mean a Razzie?
What?
Oh, Razzie.
Razzies are the like terrible movie awards.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
I mean, sure, I guess. You know, but there should be an award like the fucking Grammys or Emmys or whatever it's called. Yeah, for the worst fucking horror movie. I was excited for the Halloween movie through the beginning of it, and then at some point I was like, dude, this is so fucking boring, man. Every killing is boring. There's no essence to this shit. Like, what is this? What are they doing with these movies? I don't know. Is this supposed to, like, if you want to have the franchise end with this or something, this is going to suck ass. Like, the kids that kind of grow up with this movie are probably going to hate Halloween from then on. I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I think...
Not Halloween, the practice, the event. I'm talking about like Halloween, the franchise.
Oh yeah, no, they shouldn't have dragged it out as long as they did. The franchise, as far as I'm concerned, was over in the last movie before they did the reboot. And I'm like, there's no need to keep rebooting this.
The Rob Zombie movie?
Before that one. The one before the Rob Zombie. I liked
the Rob Zombie movie. I think it was good.
I thought it was good too, but there's no need to go any further. Like, we're done.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. That's the perfect example for the Saw movies. Like, motherfuckers, stop. Okay? Like, you're dragging, like, it's already dead. Just stop reviving what's supposed to be dead. Like, stop being motherfucking Frankensteins on this bitch, please. Like, come on, dude. Like, holy shit. And Saw 1, 2, and I think up to the fourth movie, it was good. The first two movies were really fucking good. The third was good. The fourth, and then from the fourth, he just started going like, yeah, this is way too much.
I mean, oh god. A lot of remakes that are happening now are just unnecessary. What was the other movie that came out that they're trying to do a remake for? Or no, that new Jurassic Park movie that came out.
Jurassic World. That was horrible as well. What the fuck was that shit?
I'm so done with this franchise too. Okay, I tolerated Was the one before this one, wasn't that called Jurassic World 2?
I don't think so. I think
I gotta
there's
look
something
it up.
else.
But basically, I was done with that movie. I love the Jurassic Park franchise. I love it. But then they have to bring... There's nothing against any of the actors in the movie. It's just the fact that they have to reinvent the wheel consistently. We know that it's a bad idea to have a theme park with real live dinosaurs. We know this. We've learned this 3 movies beforehand, yet people insist on bringing this idea back, thinking, oh no, we've got high-tech solutions now. We can keep them in cages. Like, no.
See, the thing is, when the first Jurassic Park movies were made, people were kind of... They were already... I mean, stupidity has been around since, the dawn of times, obviously. But at those times, people were not as stupid as nowadays. So I kind of, I don't see a negative reason behind that shit. Because there's probably some dumbass out there thinking about fucking creating dinosaurs or some sort of crow lady type deal that spits poison out of their buttholes. But, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. People are very, very, very stupid nowadays. I will keep pointing this out. I'll never stop. You gotta shoot me. I'll never stop pointing that shit out. But you're right. I agree with you. And speaking of remakes, that actually gives me a nice leverage for my next topic, or for my next bad thing, which is the gaming industry. It has been on a severe fucking decline. This has been happening since 2012, kind of. But they've been sort of having ups and downs with titles that get people very excited. I mean, GTA 5 was one of the greatest successes on, the gaming industry history, because literally the first day that game released and was available for purchasing, people pretty much bought that shit like crazy. I think it sold like $1 billion the first day it became available for purchasing. So that's something crazy. But companies are getting a massive backlash due to the practices that they have been adopting in the previous years, simply because of the fact that they are just pursuing the stupidest moves and the stupidest markets out there. Again, stupidity all over the place. This is just a reoccurring thing, because mobile gaming has been getting very popular lately, right? But the thing about mobile gaming is that it's a convenience. You are waiting for the bus, you play a mobile game. You are, doing something, you play a mobile game. You are by the cafe by yourself waiting for your friend, you have no one to talk to, or you just want to be by yourself, you play a mobile game. It's something done out of convenience. It's not anything done out of I'm going to dedicate to this game on my mobile device. No, that'll never happen. Why would it? Why exactly would that shit even happen? Most mobile games even play themselves, for fuck's sakes. Come on, dude. I played Lineage when it came out for mobile on my PC on BlueStacks bullshit app that there is, and I'm telling you, that game played itself. All you have to do is press fucking an arrow or whatever the fuck it says for you to press, and the game plays itself. So what's the point of playing a game when the game plays itself? Stupidity, because people spend money on that shit. For some fucking reason, people actually enjoy not playing games. This boggles my mind. For some fucking reason that is beyond mankind's existence, people actually enjoy this shit. They get games to not play them, and they pay money for that shit. What? Isn't that the pinnacle of stupidity? I don't understand.
I can't even begin to explain what someone's rationale for that would be. But I'm gonna reach and say that some people buy these games and just have like an automatic payment for it, and then it just gets paid for every month. And they're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that game. I'll play it, and then the same thing happens over and over again.
Again, that's very stupid.
It like you could be saving so much money if you just discontinued the payment, deleted the game, and then just buy it when you're ready and sure that you're actually going to sit down and engage. Because otherwise, it's just a waste of money.
See, but what you're talking about is it's. I hope you're talking about games that actually you play these games. Like you interact with the screen and you play these games. I'm talking about games that play themselves.
Wait, like
all
what?
All you have to do is press buttons on the screen and the games play themselves. Like you don't have to do anything.
Hey,
like,
give me
for
an
example,
like what game?
Lineage.
How you can like auto set your things to like automatically like make new stuff for you. So when you come back, all you have to do is click it and it gives you all the onions. Yeah,
exactly.
This is the first I've heard of this.
Did you know of Lineage back in the day before it was kind of in between with World of Warcraft? But Lineage 2 was a very, very famous, well, quote unquote famous, but again, it was back to back with World of Warcraft back then. It was Lineage 2 and World of Warcraft, right? The thing is, World of Warcraft, the mechanics for it was you had to press W for your character to move. W, E, Q, S, whatever, right? With Lineage 2, you could press, like, for example, on the map. If you saw the map, you could click on it, and the character would move there. Kind of like an RTS, like a real-time strategy game.
Oh,
but the cell phone kind of also does that, quote-unquote, does that, but it literally plays the game for you. Like you just tell the thing to do things, and it'll kill mobs for you. It'll perform the abilities for you. It'll do everything for you. All you have to do is just be there and look at the screen. So that's what I mean. Like, these games are stupid. Like, people who pay for this shit are stupid. Because there's no point. You're not gaming. You're not playing anything. You're just creating an account. And that's pretty much it. Reminds me of those browser games where it was pretty much based off of cooldowns. Where you had, like, I don't know if you had, I'm sure you had these. Did you have a game called Omerta?
No, but I think I know what you're talking about. Like, they do that with the new Harry Potter Hogwarts mystery game.
It was like a browser game where you had, you would perform crimes and shit like that, and you would start a family, a mafia family, and then you could, like, invite people to your family, and then with your family you could go against other families. But it was a browser game. It was just text and boxes to check and cooldowns. Like, there was no graphics, there was nothing, like, besides some pictures and shit like that. But there was no, like, it was literally like text, like text, and then, like, multiple choice for committing crimes and stealing cars and all that stuff. That was it. There was nothing else.
Oh.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm talking about, like, 2004, 2003, something like that.
Okay.
Like, and Dice was 4 years old back then.
Oh, yeah, I was 4 years old, so I don't know.
God damn. Yeah, but again, coming back to why I started with the game stuff is the remakes. It's so annoying with the fucking remakes. Activision Blizzard has been all over this shit with Call of Duty. They remade Call of Duty 4, which was kind of a marketing deal to sell their game Call of Duty Advanced Warfare or whatever the fuck it was. It was it last year or was it 2016 or 2017? I don't remember exactly.
It might be 2017, I think.
Yeah. Possible. Well, I mean, 2018 was Call of Duty Black Ops 4. But yeah, it was 2017. Yeah,
Advanced Warfare. I remember when that came out. I had a field day. Good Lord.
But they basically remade Call of Duty 4, which is pretty much like the last good Call of Duty, the last like really good Call of Duty. I enjoyed Modern Warfare 2. I played it a little bit, a pirated version, but don't rat me out. But this was like fucking many years ago. Many years ago. We're talking about fucking probably 10 years ago.
Your secret's safe with me.
But basically, yeah, Call of Duty 4 was pretty much like the last really fucking good game of the Call of Duty franchise. Everything else that they've been making is just remakes of remakes of remakes of remakes. And then they try to throw in the fucking advanced warfare bullshit to try and bring in the people that, you know, oh, this is all different. No, it's the same fucking shit. It's over and over and over again, the same fucking shit. And then, EA is doing the exact same thing with Battlefield, pretty much. I think Battlefield 5 is pretty much Battlefield 1 with different guns and shit like that. And this is the cherry on top, Ark. Do you know Ark? Are you even familiar with Ark?
No.
Okay. So Ark is the dinosaur game that was a big surprise for a lot of people because it introduced dinosaurs into a world, into a map that you could tame, you could ride them, and you could use them for gathering materials, gathering food, gathering resources, and all that shit. And the game was developed, I think it was finally or fully released in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, or 16. And it was a cool game. It was a cool game. It lacked a little bit of optimization here and there, but it was for the majority of time, it was cool. I played with friends of mine. And these motherfuckers did a solid on the gamers because basically what they did was they created this because Sea of Thieves got popular, right? You know Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. Yes.
It's a pirate game.
Yes.
By Microsoft.
Yes, I know this game. Yes.
All right. So, because Sea of Thieves was so popular, and again, Assassin's Creed Black Flag 4 was also very popular because one of the main things was the whole, sailing deal, because you would get on the ship and you would traverse the 7 seas, and I don't know if it's 7 seas, it's not that big, but, yeah, but you would, people enjoy that shit. People like being pirates. Who the fuck doesn't? Bring me the beer. Let's get the booty. People enjoy that sort of shit, right? So the motherfuckers at Ark decided to fucking spit on the face of every gamer on this planet, and they created Atlas, which was supposed to be a DLC, and that is there's even evidence of this shit all over the place. If you go look for Twitch clips and everything. Where on the main menu of Atlas, if you have a controller plugged into your system, you can scroll down to a hidden menu or to a hidden interaction of the menu that they just literally made that shit transparent. And then you press A on it or X or whatever controller you're using. And then it literally brings up a menu of Ark. It's just like the stupidest fucking thing ever. It's like the stupidest scam. They underestimated people who like games so bad with this shit. Anyways, they released this shit as a full game. I don't think it's $60. I think they made it like $30 or some shit. But nonetheless, you don't do that, man. You don't fucking do that shit. What are you doing? Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think people are stupid who play video games? Like, what? What was wrong with you? They literally just, instead of being a DLC, instead of releasing a DLC, they just gave the core engine of the game with the DLC full price. But it's a remake. It's just a fucking remake. There's nothing else to it.
They're playing the fact that people don't know that.
Yeah, but if you look at Atlas and you look at Ark, you will literally look at yourself in the mirror and go like, how stupid do I look? You know, because it's the same thing. It's the same thing. They changed fonts. I'm not even kidding. It's literally the same thing. You look at one and you look at the other and you're like, what's the difference? You know, there's no difference. Anyways, Activision Blizzard, also with the messing up of shit with Overwatch and the Diablo Immortal as well. People really fucking hated that shit. People really fucking hated that shit. The way you should do this is basically like, you need to announce something. You don't even need to like say, oh, we're gonna make Diablo 4 next week. You don't have to say that. You just have to say Diablo 4 is on the making. The Forges are working on Diablo 4. Meanwhile, we're going to be releasing Diablo Immortal for your mobile devices that you can be playing while you wait. No, they just announced Diablo Immortal. And people fucking freaked out. I'm sure you heard about that shit. It was on BlizzCon. You guys have phones, don't you?
God. Yes. Yes, we do.
That's a meme, by the way. That became a meme after one of the guys on stage, some Blizzard fan concerned with the deal asked to the guys on stage presenting the product, are you going to be making anything for PC or console and or both? And the guy on stage literally says, you guys have phones, right? And everybody was like,
that's
boo!
Some rude stuff. Oh my gosh.
Yep. And I think it was also Blizzard, someone at Blizzard who also said, you think you do want that, but you don't. Like literally saying, you think you do, but you don't. I don't know. But Activision, EA, 2Take Software, a lot of companies are suffering huge drops, and we'll see what 2019 brings to us, but I hope the gaming developers and whatnot realize that they've been fucking up bad, and I hope that they realize that they need to start waking up to reality, and I hope they realize they need to start making things decent for us, the consumers, because we are the ones who pay their fucking bills.
I mean, that would make sense, considering all of the money we put into microtransactions and then purchasing the full game and DLCs and everything.
Don't put money into microtransactions. That's the whole reason why they exist. Do not put money into microtransactions. That is why they exist. Stop enabling the markets. Stop enabling this industry. It is bullshit. That is all.
And that is Apollyon's message to the masses. Microtransactions are bad.
Yes, don't enable them. Stop paying for microtransactions. Like, a company is not going to keep a market if the market doesn't profit. It's as simple as that. That's exactly why there hasn't been another StarCraft. That's exactly why there hasn't been. Actually, they stopped esports continuing for Heroes of the Storm at Blizzard. Because it just there's no market for that. So, you know why there's still market for Overwatch? Loot boxes in the Overwatch League, that's all. Otherwise, Overwatch would probably be fucking free to play at this point, and they would make boxes more expensive.
I completely understand. I've actually fallen off of Overwatch for that reason. Just because I was playing it for a really long time and kind of got bored. But loot boxes.
I've been playing since 2016.
Oh yeah, see, no, I started in 2017 actually, and then I stopped.
So I'm more dead inside than you.
We need a new game.
Fuck. I've been trying. Trust me, I've been trying.
New
I tried
game.
Daisy.
Have you guys played the new Super Smash Bros. Then? Are you guys talking about one of your new games?
Yeah. Nah, I don't have money for Switches.
So I haven't played it, But I've been following the hype around it. I played Super Smash Bros. Melee when it first came out for GameCube, and then I got it for Wii. So I've been playing Super Smash Bros. Melee for a bit, but I don't know about this new one. I mean, I'd have to get a Switch to play it, right?
Yeah, you'd have to get a Switch to play, unless you get one of those like bootleg consoles and stuff. The Soldier Boy console.
Oh my god, I remember. Oh,
I didn't even remember that shit. Oh gosh,
that is a
I didn't even remember
thing.
that.
Soldier Boy bootleg.
They
Switch.
shut down all his stuff. Like, there's no more Soldier Boy phone even. Like, all his stuff is gone. Because after the whole Switch stealing idea thing, all his products they made, they confiscated all of them. So...
The problem is he didn't steal any. He stole Nintendo's products through ROMs. That's it. He didn't. None of his consoles, which weren't even his, but none of his products were actual products of his, or there were no. Like, it's legitimately bootlegs because like they can't even fucking like they barely run those ROMs, which are games from 1986. Games from 1990. Those are games from like 20, 30 years ago. That in those systems sometimes even barely run those. So you can see that the quality for that shit was awful. Absolutely awful. And the problem is not even the bootleg bullshit that he put out. It's the fact that he literally went on Twitter when people started calling him out. He literally went on Twitter and started calling people's F words. And because I don't care, I'm going to say what word it is. Faggots. Yes, he started calling people nerd faggots. What is wrong with you?
Oh my god, I can't believe he said that. That's so
Oh
edgy,
my god,
actually.
yeah, that's right. We're in 2019. I can't say these words. I'm going to go to jail now.
We'll see you when you get out in 30 years.
Holy shit.
30 years for...
I think that would be death. I think it would be death sentence if you say faggot. Sorry, F word.
So I'm
There's
thinking
so many F words.
That's a prediction for 2019. We're going to have the internet sensory police. Because that's branching off.
Have you seen Grade A's and the Ray's latest video?
No, what is that?
Well, then go watch it. I'll post a link when we are done with the podcast, but you have to watch that. There will be no more mankind. It will be people kind. There will be no more woman. It will be, what was it? Whoa. No, it will be
Womex.
Whoa. Whoa.
It would be
Whoa people children or some shit like that. Whoa people child. Whoa person child. Something like that.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's 2019. What are you judging what it means? Come on now.
Why would they put in age with gender though?
It's because it involves everything. What if you're a child?
Oh, someone who thinks they're okay. Yeah. Okay. Call me one person child from now on, you guys.
All right.
One person child. Oh my goodness.
One person child.
I'm actually gonna call you Dice because you chose that name, so.
Okay, the internet police is coming to get you.
Oh shit, dude.
I hear the sirens already.
Oh. So I'm good. If you hear the sirens over there, I can just pretty much sit back and relax because they got the whole ocean to cross. Yeah, but that whole the snowflake deal, the snowflakes are gonna generate a snowball. Is my prediction for 2019. It's just gonna be a whole snowball in 2019. It's gonna be Grade A on the radio even mentions that, for example, Romania, it's not going to be Romania anymore. It's because it has man on it. It's going to be Ropipolia. Germany, same thing. People Jerpeeply. Right? Because everything that has man on it must go. It just doesn't make any sense. Human people, right? Like, human, oh, geez. No way. Miss Number is actually like grinding her teeth at this point because she realized this is all. Yeah, listen, you gotta admit you're a feminist and whatnot, but you gotta admit feminists feminazis. Oh, I said Nazi. Oh shit.
There is no such thing.
Gosh damn.
No such thing. You mean these extremist, crazy people?
They went a little bit overboard with shit on 2019, 18.
I'm gonna say that these crazy women that don't know what the heck they want or how to go about it went crazy in 2018. Because people who know what they're doing know how to approach situations diplomatically and work through issues with common sense and problem solving techniques. So anything other than that is not feminist.
They need the how do I put this in a gentle manner? They need the fuck. They need the fuck.
Is that what that is?
I think so, yeah. I mean, have you looked at them? Have you seen them?
I think...
Well, it's your idea. So are you volunteering?
I mean, if you believe you can cure feminism with that, by all means, have at it, sir.
I didn't say I can cure it. I will be the doctor who determines what cures it, but I will not cure it. I back down right now.
So are you volunteering someone else for tribute?
I don't own anybody, so, you know.
I mean, you can always nominate someone. Say, I nominate so-and-so. No. They are the best equipped to handle this mission.
I will not nominate anybody. Everybody's an individual who has their own brains, even though sometimes it feels like they shouldn't be using them or they just don't use them whatsoever. But I do not nominate anybody. Everybody has free will.
Oh, yeah, that was part of one of our topics in 2018 was talking about autonomy and respecting the fact that people have their own minds and they're going to use it the way they see fit, despite how we feel about it and what damage they cause in the aftermath of those decisions. It's very scary but humbling realization.
That's a good call. It's a good call for another topic that I have here, which is online platforms and communities becoming worse and worse, like Twitch and YouTube. Have you seen Twitch chat and YouTube chat lately? You don't even need a lot of people. You don't even need like 10,000 people. Some communities are okay because they are moderated, but on YouTube, it's like every fucking channel over 200 channel or 200 viewers. There's got to be one fucking idiot that just drops by and he goes like either N-word or just goes like, you're trash to the guy that's streaming. Actually, funny story. I was actually streaming last night. Okay. And I was just watching videos and reacting and giving my opinion on them. And, funny enough, there's this motherfucker or motherfuckette who drops by my chat and calls me and says, why are you meat grinder, you morbid fuck? And I replied, because I want to. And I gave him 2 minutes for him or her to reply, or it's 2019, to reply. And I got no answer after 2 minutes, so I said, see you never, and I banned his ass, or her, or it.
I mean, that's kind of what you have to do to regulate people sometimes. Because that whole hiding behind a computer screen with that level of anonymity is really dangerous, and people need to stop. Stop crazy smack talk behind a screen 2019.
That is a good movement, but it's not going to happen. Like, there's not enough, like, the consequences of you being completely toxic on the internet are just not there. Like, there's no consequences.
That's why we need the internet police to regulate this mess. You say something crazy, banned.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, how would they? Again, I mean, you can get banned from like for example, that individual is banned from my channel. Like, they can never chat on my channel unless I unban them. But they can still watch my stream. But they can go watch any other channels. They can just go to some other 0 to 1 viewer stream and arrest them as well and try to be like toxic and shit.
So the sensory police will have a rap sheet for each person, and you kind of rack up like this list of offenses, and you get a certain amount of timeout time. Huh?
That needs to happen is the swatting bullshit, right? When people call the police and say, there's a guy in address X or Y. He's got a gun and he's harassing his wife or whatever. That also needs, like, every motherfucker that makes a fake call like this, they need to go to... We actually talked about this in 2018. I believe it was like actually in August or September. But that's one of the worst fucking things that grew in 2018. It's like, you are wasting resources on some bullshit prank that's not even funny to you. It's not funny to the stream. I mean, if it's funny to you, then you're a dumb piece of shit. That's just the way it is. But it's not funny for the streamer. You could literally end their career. It's not funny for the people at home because they can legitimately get concerned about that shit. And it's going to be funny for all of those mentally ill, it's not even like that type of curable?
It's not curable?
That's a word, curable? Okay, I guess it is.
Curable is, but it's mainly for diseases. Like something...
Right, yeah, so they have mental diseases, basically. It's what I'm saying. Like, they are mentally, uncurable. Because they get joy out of, seeing people get swatted. But I'll tell you what, guys. I've been talking for almost an hour. Almost nonstop. And I'll let you guys do a lot of the talking now. And I'll jump in whenever.
All right, Dice, it's your turn. We're going in alphabetical order.
Okay. So the main question was a summary of 2018 from our point of view?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Where to start? The beginning of 2018. So the beginning of 2018, I was still in high school and I was starting my second semester. So that was really stressful for me for a lot of reasons, just because like college applications were going out and like it was really stressful near the end of the year. School-wise, I wasn't too stressed out, but like, you know how it is with teenagers, once they kind of get close to the end, like they start acting a bit rowdy. So I was having a bunch of issues with a bunch of other people from my school because like everyone wants to be super edgy, and the only way they could do that is if they project their edginess on other people. So I had to deal with a lot of like angsty teenagers doing angsty teenage stuff. Not that I'm not an angsty teenager, but I don't know.
It's like a vicious cycle.
It really is. Not that I'm not an angsty teenager. I feel like I was just angsty in different ways. I guess it might have just been my stay quiet, real life persona type thing, so I wasn't as vocal about how I felt, but like, yeah, I had to deal with a lot of like stressful people and stuff. So once school was over, I was really, really happy. And oh my goodness, now that I'm going through the year, this year kind of sucked. Like, actually, I don't know how in depth I want to go with stuff. I'm not trying to like bring down like the morale of this podcast.
Hit your top 5 high points and your top 5 low points.
Okay, I'm gonna go with top 5 high points because I'm trying to stay happy right now.
I would suggest going with the lows first and then the highs too.
Okay, so I can bring myself up afterwards. Great idea. Okay, so So one of the main, I guess one of the low points of my 2018 was I had my first boyfriend ever in 2018 when I was 18.
All right.
That was one of the low points. He ended up being a really like horrible person.
Oh, well, at least you found that out early.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like high school's like the worst place to do stuff like that. But he ended up being one of those people who's like, I'm a sociopath and I like to control people mentally because I'm smarter than you.
The fact that he can tell you that is like,
that
dude,
was like the first warning sign. I was like, oh,
like, yeah, all right. Next.
So
nice. What are you looking for in dudes? What the fuck is wrong with you? I feel like, listen, Miss Number, I feel like we need to give some advice to this young lady right here at some point.
I need some parental
I think
advice.
she learned. Well, yes,
I learned
she did learn something, but yeah, like people will show you right up front who they are and what they're capable of. It might take a little time for you to get past that original mask, like you found out. But when people show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah, I thought it was just being edgy because every teenager I meet says that because they want to be like smart and like different. But I guess it ended up being really true. He was like kind of crazy and like he wanted to control everything that I did. And like if I wasn't able to talk to him, he would be like I'm super distraught and like you hate me. And it was like one of those type of deals. So like every time I try to leave, he kind of like reeled me back in, I suppose.
Oh my god. Dice, next time if that happens again, please talk to me because Lord have mercy. Ooh,
I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson hard.
Okay, because goddamn.
So second low point of 2018 is when me and him broke up with each other. It was really bad, but like I don't know how to explain it. Like I was happy, but really upset at the same time. Like, I felt like there was a weight lifted off my chest because I got rid of, like, all that negative baggage, but at the same time, I was still like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened. But, like,
that's the way it goes.
Yeah, it was really, like, I didn't miss him, but at the same time, I was like, I did. And I didn't know why, because I shouldn't miss someone who was that bad to me, but I still did. But, okay, third low point is when he started dating.
Just one question before the third low point. I don't want to be too much. Is intrusive a word in English?
Yes.
Yeah, intrusive.
Okay, I don't want to be too much too intrusive or whatever. Did you go third base with him?
Yeah.
Okay, that might be one of the reasons why you miss him.
Yeah, that's a good indicator.
Is that it?
There's a lot of chemical firing, to say the least, that happens once you reach third base. And that's where attachment comes into play a lot of the time. I mean, obviously, if you make it to home, the attachment tends to get stronger, especially if there is an emotional attachment involved. But once you hit third base, that's when things start to get a little more heavy and involved.
Oh. It's okay. I'll just go do the spickety spack with someone else, so I'll get over it.
Listen, I've always been told there's a lot of fish in the sea. So, I mean, listen, hey, same thing goes for girls. There's a lot of dudes out there.
This is very true.
I would suggest staying away from the fuckboys, though.
Oh, for sure.
That's so hard. I'm in California.
Oh, no. You are an intelligent, beautiful, and confident young woman. Fuckboys don't deserve your time or your energy. I mean, you do what you want to do, but just understand you are worth so much more than the games they play.
The nightclub skanks can deal with the fuckboys.
Stop!
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go to jail.
Nobody deserves fuckboys. They don't even deserve themselves. What they need to do is figure out what they are lacking.
Are you saying nightclub skanks are better than fuckboys?
Nah. I'm saying nobody deserves to be a fuckboy. Nobody deserves to be with a fuckboy. And at the end of the day, just figure yourself out. Like, what do you want? And how are you going to go about it?
Wait, what? Why are you drifting away from the nightclub skanks?
Because nightclub skanks have a lot of growing up and soul searching to do too.
And why do fuckboys don't? Huh?
No, I said they all do. All of them.
War person child. All right, I'm sorry.
Anyway, back to Dice.
The misogynistic part of me was triggered. Just
Oh,
kidding.
jeez. I don't even remember what I was on.
4.
Okay, I feel like maybe if I just talk about it, I'll feel better.
Okay. Yeah, this is why we're here.
Okay, third or fourth. I don't know if this is third or fourth. One of them is when he started dating my high school bully after we broke
Ugh.
up. Like a week after we broke
Wait,
up.
did he know that was your high school bully?
Yeah.
That was a ploy. He was trying to get back at you.
Well, they're still dating now, so I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they're plotting a long con. I don't know. But at this point, it's not your problem or your business. So
Yeah,
don't even give them the time of day.
But when it first happened, I was like, why would you do that? Like I was super, like you see why I was super distraught about it. But I've gotten over it now. And
Understandably so.
he can go suck a banana.
Go suck on that banana.
Exactly like
Or
that.
rather, choke on a cucumber.
Choke on a
Listen, why are
cucumber.
you saying that bananas are supposed to be choked on? It's a very delicious piece of fruit, okay?
No, cucumbers are to be choked on because even if you try to take them out, they break off and dislodge in your throat.
Okay, what about a big zucchini? Like you see how big zucchinis get.
Oh yeah,
You
that's
can
true.
suck on the zucchini.
Why pieces of fruit though? It's vegetables. It's good for you.
Not if it chokes you, it's not.
Why not a cement beam up his ass or something like that?
Oh my goodness. I mean, if that's the way we want to go, we want to sodomize people.
Go
Lord have
Vlad
mercy.
Teppo on that ass,
Oh Lord.
bitch.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you see, Dice, we're your ride or die crew. So when we hear stuff like that, we feel we need to come to the aid.
Just stop abusing fruit. It's for eating. Go on.
Oh my goodness. Okay. And then I guess the last low point of 2018, because my love life is super amazing, because being young and dating people is really fun, is when I started going out with some guy who I guess was like really obsessed with me in high school, and I didn't know about it until like we started dating afterwards. So this was like, I guess 3 or 4 months after my first boyfriend broke up with me, and this other guy kind of came out of the blue, and it was super sweet and romantic. But like as time went on, I literally only dated him for about a month. Like within that span of a month, he became like super like clingy and stalkery, and he's like, oh yeah, like all throughout high school, like I was in love with you, and I never dated anyone because I wanted us to be together. And he's like, every time I saw you with him, I always got super jealous, and like saying a bunch of like just like really creepy like stalkery stuff, and like I really didn't like it at all. And like anytime I would not pay attention to him, he'd get super upset and stuff. So yeah,
Oh Lord. What in the world?
I think that's one of the disadvantages of being the only goth girl in a town, is that everyone's like, goth GF.
Oh yes, I forgot that's a thing. That is a thing.
Yeah.
I want a super hot goth girlfriend.
That's the thing, really? I thought it was just a meme.
It's
Oh,
a
no.
goth GF, yeah.
It's a real thing, a goth.
It's a real thing.
It's the same thing as wanting a petite Asian girlfriend, or
Yeah.
a sassy black girlfriend, or a spicy Latina girlfriend.
Oh,
Don't
Like-
get me. Oh, the Latinas. Oh my
I
god.
already know how you feel about that,
Ooh,
I hate when
jeez.
I hate when people
Terrible.
call me
Oh my
spicy.
God.
I hate when people like refer to me as like a spice or like a cinnamon or like
Oh yeah, it's weird, but there are these tropes that people tend to go after, and if you fit one, it's I would consider that to be a fetish, because you don't like the person for them, you like them for what they represent to you. So it's kind of like anybody can fit that mold, and you'll be head over heels, but you don't really care about the person, more what they represent. So yeah, you know, that goth girlfriend thing is like, I want someone who's edgy and dark and doesn't really care about much and is into metal and wears dark eyeliner. Meh.
I'm not even that edgy. I just like
I think you're a
macabre
pretty
things.
cool person as you are as a
Well,
person.
I wouldn't categorize myself as like a super like depressed, edgy teenager. I just like dark, macabre things, but I'm not like life
Yeah.
is terrible and no one knows my suffering. Unless
Right, and
I'm,
you've
unless
got
I'm
I mean,
writing
life is indeed terrible.
I mean, at the end of the day, we all have that existentialism about us, but I mean, we're not depressed. You've got maybe the goth aesthetic going for you, as far as like dark clothing and long hair and all that stuff, but it's not that. Come on.
That, dude, listen, that is a weird assumption that goths are depressed. Because, dude, like, no. When I was a teenager, back when I was like 12, 13 years old in school, I was also saying, I'm a goth, you know, blah, blah, blah. And one of my history teachers, because we didn't really have any, I think it was one of them. And he was like, hey, so you like goth stuff, huh? And he taught me about it. And it's purely an aesthetic style. It's nothing to do with being depressed or anything. It's just like, you know, it's purely stylistic or whatever.
Yeah, so that was the worst parts of my 2018. But it's 2019, so things are starting to look up. And starting on things looking up, here's some high points of 2018 for me. Okay,
Woo!
well, okay, I'm gonna say this one for last. Okay, high points. I have a lot of time to work on projects that are like really personal to me. Like I'm starting animation class. Like I'm gonna start classes for that, and I'm working on my own individual animation projects because that's a field that I was really interested in. So I'm really happy that I was able to change my major to law, or from law to animation, because I really think it was more important to pursue what I wanted to do rather than what everyone else wanted me to do. Second high point. Oh geez, it's really hard thinking of good things that happened in 2018. I started talking to some old friends that I haven't talked to in a while. After all this stuff with like all these guys happened, it was like really hard for me to talk to other people, especially if I knew that they knew them, because I knew that like things get talked about and thrown around. I didn't want to like be involved with anyone anymore.
Very
so
smart.
I started talking to them again, and it was really refreshing. It was like nothing changed, you know, even though I did disappear for a while because I stopped talking to everyone. Third high point. A lot of awesome video games and anime came out in 2018, and I was really happy that I was able to play a lot of them. Best animes of 2018, I think, is Happy Sugar Life and Goblin Slayer, in my opinion.
Goblin Slayer!
I really enjoyed both of those series. Happy Sugar Life is a yandere love story, but it's kind of getting backlash because, like, the main love interest is, like, a teenage girl and, like, I guess a child, but it's not like romantic love. It's more like motherly love in a way.
Okay,
So
I
it's
can
not
see
like
that.
anything weird. It's like, you're my child, I'm never gonna let anything hurt you, even though it's not her kid. She kidnapped her. But and then Goblin Slayer. Yeah. And then Goblin Slayer, you guys probably already know what Goblin Slayer is about. It's like,
I love
Nope.
it.
I love it too. I think it's really well written. I read the manga. I've seen all the anime from this season. I've read the light novel, so I was completely Goblin Slayered out. So I'm super excited for it to start up again. And then best video game I played this year was probably the Switch version of Resident Evil Revelations. I really enjoyed how they like kind of remastered everything and put it on the Switch. The graphics look good. The voice acting is really good too. I know they probably like adjusted audio level, so it's a lot better than when it first came out. So I was really happy to play that. And then I think I'm on the fourth or fifth one now. I can't remember which one I was on. I'm just gonna say the fifth because I don't really have a lot to say about Happy Wise. But the fifth was on New Year's. A lot of stuff happened. I saw both my exes in the same spot, and it was just like a really bad time. But like I said, I had all my friends that I re-talked to again. It was really great. And then at 3 a.m, after we were all New Year's out, we went to the bathroom. We cut my hair.
Holy crap! You cut your hair. New
So
Year.
Yeah, so my hair used to go down to my bum, and now it goes up to my shoulder. So
That's a big cut. I want to see. Send me
was
a
a big
picture.
cut. So, and then my friend still has my whole thing of hair. I don't know if she's gonna sell it or she's just gonna keep it, but like it's a lot of hair. It's a lot of hair. So I'm enjoying my new cut with my new self. So yeah.
Right. All right. Yeah, there is an entire philosophy surrounding the change of hair.
I guess it was symbolic in a way. My hair was a representation of my baggage and I just cut it off.
I love it. That's normally how it goes. That is a wonderful transition you're making, and 2019 is more prosperous and happy than the past year.
Yeah, so I started working on a bunch of animation. If you guys want to go check it out, check my YouTube at Dice Drackle. They're super edgy and they're not that good, but it's an intro to animation class. So like it's expected to be not that good, but like maybe one day I'll get better. And then yeah, that was my 2018.
Wow, that was pretty eventful. It's nowhere near what I was planning on talking about. Good lord.
Let's hear yours.
Oh man. All right. So I'm just going to go through like a handful of positive and negative things. So the first positive is Black Panther came out. Woo-wee. That was an amazing film that was a big part of representation for people of African American descent in the United States. I think we all appreciate the representation of uncolonized progress. Wakanda forever.
I love Black Panther.
I love that movie. My dad is going crazy. Another really notable thing that happened was the Tide Pod challenges.
Oh.
I remember when that mess started making headlines because oh my god. So like that was one of the bad things that happened in 2018 because why? Why are we eating laundry detergent? It's bad.
Because they taste good. They look like laundry candy.
Oh Lord, the fact
Why is that bad though?
These
it's
teenagers.
not bad.
Are you talking about from a Darwinism perspective? Because maybe not.
Exactly. Like just let them all destroy themselves. Fuck off.
God.
Laundry sauce?
Yes, right. I can't. So that was a frustrating turn of events. I was not happy about that whatsoever. Another positive thing that happened that I really enjoyed was, hold on, I've got a list here, so I'm kind of just scrolling through. The Yodeling Kid. I love the Yodeling Kid because he is the most hilarious little 11-year-old. This little boy got to perform at Coachella and performed on Ellen and signed a deal with Atlantic Records. This child has made a life for himself yodeling in a supermarket. He is
America giving chances to idiocy.
He is the American dream, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, you know who else is the American dream?
Who?
Catch me outside, how about that? Yeah, she also got a sign. She also got to deal with fucking some record.
Was that
I think it was 2017.
Okay, good lord. Ugh, I was like, I can't do it.
Stupid nonetheless.
Agreed. No, I will not argue with you. Another thing that I think Dice would appreciate, Ariana Grande's song "Thank You Next."
Oh yeah, it's an anthem.
Yes, it really is. Like, have you listened to it, Apollyon?
And I will never listen to it.
Okay, fine. But it's basically a liberation song. You know, saying like, no, I'm telling you, if you listen to the lyrics, no, I'm not talking about like the poppy attitude in the music video that was reminiscent of Mean Girls.
That's literally the type of deal that's like keep throwing sand onto their eyes so that they keep eating our bullshit. It's how they feed us soccer so that we keep getting fed bullshit and we keep going through everything.
But I appreciate the lyrics because they're talking about not necessarily being bitter from failed romantic pursuits and, you know, what your ex used to do for you. Don't be bitter about it. Say thank you. I am grateful for you because you taught me a lesson, and now I'm better for it.
I thought you were talking about, like, the liberation of the human race and whatnot. Turns out it's just fucking relationship. My God.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I was. Yeah. Thank you next is all about, you know, relationship stuff. It starts with you. as a person.
She's had it bad though. Like
she did. Lord have
she
mercy.
had it
Ariana
bad.
Grande's 2018 was shit. And
Yeah.
I hope hers gets so much better because that poor girl.
I bet that's it. Like making millions and shit. It's got to be horrible, dude. Fuck.
You know what? Being in
Literally,
the public
everyone was calling her like stuff. You know?
I will agree. But it was 2017. The bullshit with the concert in England, that was terrible. I was thinking no one deserves that shit. No. Everything else, relationship issues, all that bullshit. If you cry about that shit, fuck off. You don't know what struggle is.
Oh, gee, she's also young. So I mean, like people experience.
So am I? Are you saying I'm old? What do you mean?
I'm saying that you are an experienced
28 years old.
Oh yeah, we are this year.
Just 28 years old, for God's sakes.
We are. Oh, we're 2 years away from 30.
Not me though. I'm still young and youthful.
You're gonna be 19 this year, so
what are you talking about? You're 27 like years old. Yeah. I'm 28. You're 27.
Wait, when is your birthday?
It's in March.
What about yours, Apollyon? When's your birthday?
Doesn't matter, but I'm 28.
Yeah, it does, because you're only like maybe a few days or so older than me, so hush, we're both 28. You're both 28.
Like 60 years older than you.
You are not.
Like 5 decades older than you. Yeah,
anyway. Another crazy thing that happened this year was the Blasey Ford and Kavanaugh testifying thing. The hearing with Brett Kavanaugh that was a major cultural turning point for many people concerning, sexual abuse and coming forward about it.
Honestly, I was so proud of her watching that though. Like it was so hard.
Yeah, I think Dr. Christine Beasley Ford is a pioneer as far as, being able to face the social stigmas and discrimination that come with speaking your truth when bad things have happened to you. People won't believe you, and that's fine. You put your profession on the line, your reputation, to say what happened in the way that it happened. And the fact that she got so much backlash for it kind of shows where our country is on those issues. So it was a highlighting moment in American history, and I think 2018 is what we need to learn from moving forward. And we lost a bunch of celebrities, too. We lost Stephen Hawking. We lost Aretha Franklin. We lost a lot of people. And
Stanley.
Who?
Stanley? What do you mean?
Oh my God. Stop. Oh, I'm in denial. I'm still in denial. I didn't want to say it.
So crazy. Literally, like a month before he died, he was in the town right next to mine at a convention. Yeah.
Dude, I'm not sad for the people that get to like 90 years old.
Yeah, he did live a very full life and left one hell of a legacy
Stephen Hawking was basically a fucking warrior sitting on that chair.
He was.
Other person probably was like, dude, just fucking kill me. Just pull the plug. Let's just be done with it.
You'd be surprised.
He just wanted to use his knowledge.
Oh yeah,
he wanted to use his knowledge and do the betterment of mankind. That's good.
Oh, and also The Incredibles came out this year, or 2018. Oh my gosh, we waited 12 years for this damn movie.
And it was really good too. I thought it was going to be like a bad, like trying to bring it back, but it was great.
It was a great. Ooh, I loved it. I loved it. Yeah. It was worth the wait, and I love that Pixar put so much time and love into bringing back notable characters and introducing a bunch of new ones. So I was very happy and pleasantly surprised because I was ready to be mad. And finally, the death of Toys R Us.
Oh.
Toys R Us closed its doors in 2018 due to bankruptcy, and 30,000 employees were terminated as a result. So it's pretty sad that we lost such a childhood icon from decades before we were born and had to see the end of a giant. But yeah, 2018 was pretty iconic in its own right. A lot of historic moments that we experienced. So I'm pretty excited to see what 2019 holds. Although I hope that there are many good things. Right now, we're coming into a goddamn half government shutdown that's going to delay our income tax returns. So I'm not looking forward to that in 2019.
I hope there are less school shootings in 2019.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Holy
I hope so.
shit, dude.
That happened too.
Why would you
Remember
even
when there
say
was like one every month? It was
Why
like
would you
insane.
even say that?
Because it was
Holy-
like one every month. Like literally every month there was like something going on.
Oh, America.
Oh, God. Yeah, oh, jeez. I keep forgetting that we're all reporting from different parts. Like, you're reporting from the other side of the world, Apollyon, and Dice is
nothing's
reporting from
happening
the other
over
side
here.
of
It's
the
just-
country. So it's like, oh,
It's
goodness.
just sleeper shit, you know. There's nothing really important.
I mean, you
I
probably
mean,
have more
there's
of an
nothing
insight,
happening here. There's nothing big going on.
but you have more of an insight on what's happening in Brazil than we do. Because I know
Brazil, what?
Yeah, Brazil. You're closer. Okay.
How am I closer to Brazil than you? You're literally you have to cross. You don't even have to go by sea, I guess. You can.
Yeah, we do.
No, you
Or by
don't.
plane.
Yeah, we do. I mean, yeah, we can take a plane over.
You know Brazil is South America, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know I'm in Europe.
I'm talking about outside of the U.S., like world news, because unfortunately the U.S. tends to be
Why
very
would I care about
America-centric.
Brazil though?
I don't, because of the. Never mind. Okay.
What,
I
the
don't even know what's
Bolsonaro
going
bullshit?
on.
I don't care about that. It's not my country to be concerned about.
Fair enough.
I'm just being. I'm not that type of guy. I have such an opinion that I must talk about the Brazil because I do not like this individual. He's a piece of shit. I don't care. It's just, you know. Again,
Yeah.
like in Portugal, it's just a bunch of sleeper shit. It's like people living their lives. Fuel is expensive as fuck, but that's normal. Minimum wage is always bullshit. That's normal. We're just used to getting fucked in the ass, but as you know, there's nothing new.
Fair
Alright.
enough. Oh
Mhm.
boy. So I mean, do you guys have anything else to add for 2018? I think we covered a lot of ground.
I hope, honest to Zeus, that the Preacher has a new fucking episode or new fucking season, okay? Or I'm gonna yell on a pillow if it doesn't happen. Guaranteed. And I hope Overwatch becomes a decent game again. But I've heard stories that it might become a free-to-play game. But if they do that, they're gonna be ruining the game because they don't fucking understand that if the game is trash, doesn't matter that it's free, that it has millions of players playing it, it's gonna still be trash. They're literally following the route of, oh, it's popular, it's good. You know, it's not. It's not. You know, I hope Scarlett Johansson finally acknowledges my existence and decides to marry me. She can do all the work. I'm fine with that. She can keep acting. I don't mind. Okay.
Are you happy with the open relationship too? Because she's not into monogamy.
That's fine. Whatever. I'll just put a chastity belt on her. But
Oh my god.
Oh.
you know, yeah, it's all good. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I guess. I hope
Predictions
the sun
for
doesn't collapse with
2019.
the earth.
Oh. Yeah,
Oh.
that's still a possibility of happening, isn't it?
And hopefully Skynet is contained until 2020.
Lord have mercy. All right, Dice. What are your predictions for 2019 and or wishes?
Okay. Well, I don't know if you guys heard the meme before, but it's called Big Chungus.
My god.
So you know what Big Chungus is. Apollyon, have you heard of Big Chungus before? No?
Nope.
Okay, so Big Chungus is like a screenshot picture of from
Bugs
a
Bunny.
Looney Tunes cartoon. Oh, yeah,
It's
Bugs
Bugs
Bunny.
Bunny.
Oh, the fat Bugs Bunny.
He's
Okay.
Yeah.
imitating the old Elmer Fudd.
And he's
Okay.
like super big. So I really hope that Big Chungus stays relevant throughout the year because I really enjoy it as like a being in this world. And I'm gonna go do
Wow.
the thing. I'm gonna do the Big Chungus challenge where you make a copy of Big Chungus and put it in like a video game case and you leave it in GameStop and see if anyone tries to buy it.
What in the world?
Yeah, it's like
Listen,
an actual challenge.
you youthlings nowadays, you have just the weirdest fucking forms of entertainment I have ever seen.
Youthlings?
Imagine it being like a mom
youthlings,
trying
yes.
to get a present for a kid, and she sees a copy of just Big Chungus sitting in GameStop.
I think
I would just
laugh
look at
so
that and I would
hard.
be like, this is quite distasteful. I don't like this whatsoever.
I would probably drop it and bust out laughing because I love Big Chungus, and that would catch me off guard.
After your, I think it was, when was that joke that you ended the podcast with? I don't remember.
Which one?
After that, I think it was some bug that wouldn't talk to a person.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
my centipede joke.
Right? Yeah. After that, I think you can laugh at anything. Let's do a test. Hello, old lady. How are you doing? Yeah, there you go. You can laugh at anything. So.
Come on, that's hilarious.
What other voices?
Are
Can you
you
do?
laughing at my ability to speak? Huh?
So we've heard your old man voice. What other like voices can you do?
He's got
Give me this one. I mean, it's kind of like a little bit weird, you know.
Like a little gremlin voice. So we've
yes,
heard
that
old
is a
man
gremlin voice.
Who are you talking to, Grandma, you dumbass?
Well, I can copy
I
your
can
voice.
do this voice as well. How you doing, honey? Oh my God. I just looked at it. It was amazing. I was incredibly amazed. Ah, I was stunned by the beauty of that dress.
Oh my god. See, this is why you guys are the reason that my cheeks hurt by the end of these podcasts.
You know those game characters like Max Payne and whatnot, when they talk, like, I really want to know how they produce that shit because it sounds awesome. But like, they talk like this, kind of like, I'm having a bad day. I really wish these drugs really would kick in right now.
My favorite voice of that is Snake from Metal Gear, where he's like, solid Snake.
Snake is a little bit more. Wait, I don't know. I don't
Go
remember.
down deep enough.
I think it's kind of like, no, I don't know. But it's kind of like,
It sounds like that, but like the ends are like a little more cut off. Like, solid Snake. But my voice.
Oh yeah, they're abrupt. They're really abrupt.
Yeah, it's a little bit minor. It's a little bit more like a little more pushed. No, that's a little bit too much.
No.
Oh, you know what I loved about 2018?
What?
There's two voice lines on Overwatch. Where's your holiday spirit?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's in the refrigerator. These are two voice lines for Reaper, and they're just the greatest fucking combination ever.
Because a lot of us can relate.
I was always playing, when I was playing Reaper on Mystery Heroes, I was going like, where's your holiday spirit? It's in the refrigerator. And, one of these nights I was actually drunk, and someone laughed at it so bad. I started laughing at it so bad. It was, I guess that was the high point of my 2018.
Because it's hilarious. See, good jokes need to be appreciated. All right. My turn. So my prediction for 2019 is that we're finally going to impeach the Cheeto. We
You
move
think
forward.
so?
I think we are because we've got a slew of Democrats coming in, and I think we all want the
Please
same
explain that.
thing. Oh, we just swore in a bunch of Democrats into various offices, which hasn't happened in quite a long time. So now the Democrats kind of dominate a lot of our lawmaking positions, which is good.
Didn't you say Cheeto?
Oh, the
Cheeto
Cheeto,
Man.
yes, the Cheeto Man. Ugh.
I thought you were talking about like an animal or some shit.
Oh no, not
That's-
cheddar cheetah. No,
Let's impeach Cheddar Cheetah.
No,
if
the
it's
Cheeto.
politics, then
Yeah, you know exactly. No, you know who I'm talking about. And also, I hope 2019 yield more and more hilarious memes. Like Chungus needs to stay. We need more good memes, and I'm looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh,
Again,
yeah.
I lost my childhood waiting for this game, and I intend to play it. I don't care if my income taxes are coming in late because of the half freaking hold on the damn government. You're getting me my money, and I'm getting that damn game.
And imagine how many new Disney characters are going to be in it.
I know! Oh my god. So I'm excited for that. I'm also excited just to see the positive movements that people will make socially. That's really what I'm here for. I want people to be better. So 2019 is going to be a good year. I'm putting it out there right now and keeping my fingers crossed. I'll do what I can, where I can.
I guess that does it. I'm just going to say, Dice already did it, right? You already did it. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I will just say, stop fucking paying for microtransactions, you dumb idiots, and stop abusing fruits and vegetables, you dumb fucking vegans. Meat is good. All right. So, with that said, fellers, individuals of the internet, this is the first episode. Should we do a season? Should we do like a second season?
Yes, season 2.
Hell yeah! So this is the first episode of season 2 of the Maze of Thoughts podcast.
Yeah.
Now available on 2019.
Bow, 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 bow.
Oh gosh, I hate that. I hate that so much.
We needed an air horn sound effect.
No, I hate that. No. I'd rather have 3 farts.
Oh, we
That's
need
better.
like a badly played flute.
Like from a
I have
plastic
one.
recorder?
Yeah.
Alright, anyways, thank you guys very much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to the Dealio so you get notified anytime anything goes live or is available for you to download and or listen. Okay. And contact us, man or woman or anything. If you need help, if you need to talk, our Discord is available if you look for it on Google. I'm pretty sure you will find it. So, that's it. And I'll say goodbye. See you all later. See you all next week.
See you next week, everyone, and happy 2019.